Hello, friends, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we have a new kind of content. I am touring my current hometown, Strafford, Missouri. And just to give you a brief history on Strafford, it was established around 1871 after the Civil War. A lady lost her husband in the Civil War and was given 55 acres in this area, and then she gave around 33 acres for this town to be formed. It is formed right next to the railroad. There was a railroad line being built from Rolla to Springfield, and there was a depot or a railroad stop here where passengers were able to load and unload here in Strafford, Missouri up until 1930. So that's just a brief little history about how it got started. I am showing you right there the place that I'm going to be touring. I get to go inside. It is the Quaint Boutique and the Quaint Market. The boutique has seasonal fashions, just what you would find in a cute little boutique store. A lot of cute clothes. I'm going to tour the inside of it so you will see it. And this is the Quaint Market. JJ owns both of those, and it's like a U-shaped store. You can go in one store door front, and then in the back there is an entryway into the other. So if you have a gift to buy, or you just need some retail therapy and want to give small business owners a chance to sell some of their awesome items, I would go to this place. I'm getting ready to show off my manicure here from Lux Nails. Amanda does my nails. She also does great pedicures. Make a day of it. Come have a spa day with your girlfriends or just get away. You can get a wonderful massage with Kim there. She works on also students or athletes. You can also get your hair done next door at a beautiful hair salon. And then you can have lunch or brunch at Common Ground. That's right next door to the Quaint Boutique. They have specialty pastries, all homemade, freshly made at that place, and specialty drinks. And then behind that is Papa's Ice Cream. It's a cute, adorable little ice cream shop that faces Route 66. Yes, this town is right on historic Route 66. There's a lot of history here in Strafford. The Trail of Tears went right down. There's Common Grounds, right down, historians think, through Main Street. It was originally inhabited by the Osage Indians. JJ, the store owner of the Quaint Market, was gracious enough to sit down and let me interview her, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you will enjoy the interview also. She's just a very kind, sweet person, and I'm just so happy to get to sit down and highlight and feature her store, and I hope to do that with some more small businesses. All right, good morning, JJ.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for allowing me to show up early before your big open house today.
I know.
I know you have so much going on, so I appreciate you being so gracious and allowing me to come in and just visit with you for a little bit and then have the run of the store, and I'll get to show off all your beautiful decor. I just absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you. We've worked really hard to make this a great atmosphere because I just want it to be like a winter wonderland, and that's what I feel like it is here. So
It's so cozy.
thank
So
you.
Quaint is the perfect,
Quaint is the perfect title.
yes, Quaint is the perfect title. Now, JJ, you are obviously having a small business in a small town, okay?
Yes.
What is that like?
Well, it is a little challenging being in a small town, and I just live not too far from here. I had relatives that came to school here and stuff, so I know the Strafford area. But it is a little challenging with it just being a small town and no more retail versus myself. So that's a little challenging as far as marketing or, getting your name put out there.
Yes.
So it is a bit of a challenge, but you know what? I think it's beginning to do its thing.
Okay, so how long have you had this business?
Well, I started out in 2020.
Okay.
And I started on the other side of the building here as just the Quaint Market as a gift shop.
Uh-huh.
And my story behind that is I worked for Phoenix Home Healthcare for 3 to 4 years, and then COVID was around. I think the good Lord had a different plan for me because He brought me. I wasn't allowed to go to a lot of places, so we came to Common Grounds every Saturday and had breakfast. My husband and I, we'd come to Wandering Wild, and then this place used to be called uh, something cottage. But it was a little,
Yes.
yeah, it was a little cottage,
I'm
something
trying to
cottage.
think of
I'm
it,
trying
'cause
to think
I
of
even
it too.
had a
I
little
can't.
booth in it.
I know it's called a
We'll
cottage.
think of it before. I'll
But
put
we
it up
will.
there at the end of the.
Yeah.
When I'm editing, I'll put the name
Yeah,
up.
but anyway, Jenny owned it, and so
Yes.
a friend of mine who owned Wandering Wild said, "Jay, she's getting ready. Jenny's getting ready to go back to teaching.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you come and do it?" Because I used to have restaurants. I've done restaurants pretty much all my life. I'd buy them and flip, buy and flip them,
Uh-huh.
and so I knew I wasn't going to do that. And I really loved what I did because I was taking care of the elderly and a facility. I loved taking care of people, and you build relationships that way.
Yes.
So anyway, I came here and I said, well, let me pray about it because I was not looking to do another business whatsoever. So I prayed about it. Of course, God gives you those doors, and I kept shutting them because I'm like, I don't want to. But He decided that I need to be here. And I looked at
Yes.
him, I said one day, I said, okay, Lord, if you let this one thing happen, I'll say yes. You don't bargain with Him because it happened.
Yes.
So here I am. So I'm like, okay, I'm here. So the name came from I went to get insurance from Terry Freaking across the street, and I said I don't know the name. It's just a simple little quaint little area, and I just love the uniqueness about it. And so she goes, well, there's your answer, the Quaint Market. And I looked at her and I said, oh, I like that.
Yes.
So I said, I'm not going to say the THE. I'm going to say the THEE, like the Heavenly Father, because He's the one that brought me here.
Aww.
So I have the Quaint Market and I've had it I started September 1st of 2020 during COVID.
Yes.
But it was a time where people were not able to get out a whole lot, but they still were able to get out. So it was a good little thing because people came small, kind of like myself.
Yes.
We got to be around a small community.
Yes.
So I did that in 2020, and so I'm going on my 4th year here. But I've acquired, oh my goodness, I've had the gift shop for a long time, and April of 1 of this year, the back of the store became available, and my husband's always wanted to do an antique store. So I'm like, oh, okay. I said, honey, you want to do it? So, of course, he said yes. So we put vintage and antiques back here. And then June 16th, well, in June, I was hit up to take over the Wandering Wild, the boutique side of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really did some prayers with that because I had the gift shop, and then I moved myself out of my comfort zone for the antiques. So those two were good. I felt good.
Yes.
But the boutique, I was like, I don't know nothing about clothes. I wear them, but I don't know nothing about them.
Yes.
So June 16th, I became the owner of the Quaint Boutique. So now I just call myself the little corner shop, the little you store, because it's all about you in the first place.
Aww.
So you come through the front doors, and you just get to buy gifts, and I don't know, it's just been really a blessing. I call it my blessing store. the vintage back here. And the gift shop, I didn't like the feel of it because the vintage was getting too crowded because we had people kept wanting to come in. So what I did for the open house is I asked the vendors, I said, what do you think of this idea? Because I have over 30 small businesses in here, and I love that.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's fun, but I have some amazing vendors in here. They're just amazing people. So they were excited. So we just did a flip for Christmas open house. We decided to put all the vintage so it got spread out. And it looks very nice and unique over there. So when you walk in one of the doors, you just have nothing but unique and vintage items, you know, the antique part of it. And then you have the retail together with the boutique. And I had no idea how I was going to put people, where I was going to put people, how I was going to lay this out. But, you know, like I said, God had a plan. And so he gets all the glory for that because he helped me put people in here. And then I had a couple more people decide they wanted to be vendors. So I had to work them in as well. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. So that's why the retail and the boutique came together, and then the other side just nothing but vintage. In the very back room, I do crafts. We have a craft room where in a small town there's not a lot to do.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just trying to capture that for some people to find those things to do. I wanted to capture, say, hey, how can I get more people foot traffic in the door?
Yes.
So we added the craft room, which and they do extra little things, and so we have a craft class today. She's going to be painting. Miss Cindy, she does the painting on the wood and things in that sort. So that's been a good benefit for the store as well. I'm just a blessed woman. I'm just going to say that.
Well, it comes through. I can tell.
Oh, thank you.
And I felt so welcome when I came into your store, and I knew that you had to be the owner just from your demeanor and how you welcomed me.
Aww.
And you were just like, hi, how are you? And you were happy I was
Aww,
here.
thank you.
So it made me feel good about walking through and looking at all of your things, because you know, you walk into some stores and you're like, oh, should I not touch it?
I've done that before.
Yes.
And I didn't, and I'm glad you said that because I don't want people to feel that way.
Yes.
And I love it when kids come in. I really do. A lot
Yes.
of women, their mamas, they go, oh, don't, I go, they're kids. Let them be kids.
Yes.
Because if you let them be kids, then they won't touch as much.
Yeah.
But if you keep saying don't, I mean, you know your
Yes.
kids better than I do, but the kids from after school come in here, the girls and guys, they just walk through, and it's not really their forte, but they pick out things they want to say, hey, Mom, I'd really like to have.
Yes.
Hey, Mom, I'd really
or
like to
maybe even
do.
a gift idea for their parent or
Yes.
grandparent.
Yes.
So why not let them come through?
And they're our next generation too, so
Yeah.
we have to. And then who knows if you're going to inspire someone in that little group of kids that come through here. Ooh, I think I'd really like to maybe talk to her. You know, you
Yes.
don't know that, but
Maybe I'd like to have a little store someday.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Back, and I want to give back because I was given this opportunity, so why not give back? So
Wow.
More
Well,
about that.
on my channel, I do often mention focus on your blessings, because there are so many blessings if we look at that side of life.
Yes.
Because we can so easily get bogged down in the negative, and this happened, and this person said this to me, and this. But then if you really look at the big scheme of your life and what God's done for you, and
Yes.
and where He's placed you, it's like, I couldn't have orchestrated this. I
Oh,
couldn't have written this.
no.
I couldn't have dreamed this. But now I'm living the best life I could have ever imagined.
Yes. One feisty woman down there at Common Grounds, and her and I built a great relationship, and
Yeah.
I just love how she has put that little, so we just kind of compliment each other.
Yes. Jay, you are the perfect person to interview, because on my way here, I was thinking about talking about people who have never been to Strafford and them coming here and making a day of it. And you and I have not talked about this at all.
No.
Or pre-planned our interview, but you gave so much great information. I mean, you are just wonderful to talk to, first of all, on camera, because it wasn't hard to get information out of you. You had a story to tell.
Yes.
But second of all, even people traveling through, because
Yes.
we're right off of I-44.
Yes.
So they're on vacation driving, and so we're right outside of Springfield, and between Marshfield and Springfield is
Yes.
Strafford, right off of I-44. And I know a lot of truckers stop here because of the truck stop. And I don't know if there might be a better way we can think about in the future of allowing truckers to come over and buy for their wives, or if it's a female trucker, she might like just to come over and shop.
Yeah.
But back to talking about what there is to do in Strafford, I was just thinking on my way here, you could make a whole day of this. You could get your nails done over at Lex Nails.
Oh, you got to go see Amanda.
Amanda did my nails.
She does my nails.
And that's why I came over here yesterday, because I was getting my nails done and I was asking Amanda how the shop was doing over here and how things were going. And she goes, well, they just had a big open house that started. And I was like, well, I'm going to go over and look at it.
Oh, nice.
So
I love Amanda.
I love it. Yeah, she's great. So Amanda, you can get your nails done. You can get a massage over there.
Yes, with Kim, you have to get a massage from Kim. I go to her religiously once a month.
Yes.
And I'm here. I need you, Kim. So she says, okay.
And she even does sports massages. She worked on my son right before districts.
Oh, yes.
And helped him.
She can do that.
And then you can get your hair done.
Get your hair done with Beth.
Yes, get your hair done over there. And then you can come over and get some lunch. At Common Grounds, and they're like a specialty coffee shop, and they have pastries.
Homemade pastries.
Everything's homemade.
Yes.
And then you can get some retail therapy at this little shop and not feel guilty about it because you're supporting small business.
Yes, small business. People tend to forget that. So the big box stores are great. I mean, I shop big box stores. Yes, I do. I do Amazon. Yes, I do. But there's just something about the small businesses started somewhere. Look at Sam Walton, where he started.
Yes.
People lose that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, the prices are a little higher only because we don't get the big breaks of purchasing or whatever.
And there's love, a lot of time, love and attention that's gone into this. It's not mass produced.
Right.
People are taking their time to craft this, and a little bit of them goes into what they're making sometimes.
They're very special. And
I love
staging.
That.
Yes, and their staging part's great.
Yeah, so I feel the same, and it's not that you maybe have the dream to become the next Bass Pro or the next Walmart. Just keeping it small, that's your forte.
Keep it small, yes. Like yesterday was crowded for me because I know we loved it, but it was
unusual.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was unusual, but it was perfect.
Yeah.
And then so we're like, I just cried all day. And I had a special little girl, Harper, come in yesterday.
Cried tears of joy.
I did. It was crying tears of joy because she's only 4. I think she's 3 or 4, but her mom and her grandma's are regulars, and she wanted to come see JJ yesterday. And I put her picture on Facebook because I said, can I take her picture? So, but it's the little things like that.
Yes.
A lady came in yesterday and says, JJ, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you did it, but this should be in Branson. And I'm like, oh, no. But thank you for the compliment.
Yes.
And so,
well, wouldn't say, I mean, yes, it would do great in Branson, but I'm so glad that it's here in Strafford.
Yes.
I mean, it's in my hometown, close to where I live.
Yes.
I can come over here whenever I'm wanting to get ideas or inspiration, or I even bought a gift for my nieces here.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember here a while back, you helped me, you had some little frogs.
Oh, yes, I love my little frog.
And then you talked about you could tell them that you know what frog
stands for. Yes.
Yeah, fully rely on God. And they got those little frogs and some hair scrunchies and some candy and just, I mean, there was something for everyone. I could get something for my mom, my sister, my nieces.
Right.
You know.
And you can do that. And there's still stuff for guys in here.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have some guys who come in and buy for their wives or their girlfriends, or I have a couple guys that come in and say, I'm in trouble, what can I do? And so, so I'm like, well, tell me what you did. But then, we got Tess who opened up her floral shop, and so she's got a flower shop, so we can kind of relate with that too. It's called Timeless Petals.
Oh, so you could even put them together.
Yes.
Fresh flowers.
A
sweet little gift. To keep for
so we have that now, so that was kind of cool. So like I said, it depends on how much trouble they were in or whatever, or just because.
We'll brainstorm this off camera, but let's think about, or even someone that's retired that might do, how they have the Ubers.
Yeah, the Ubers are like like a little shuttle type thing would be great. Yes, a little shuttle that that would be great.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm that.
Yeah, that could be a thing. My husband just retired. Maybe he can be the shuttle driver.
He's going to bring them on over, bring you more customers. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for this awesome interview. I'm so happy to meet you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Life is busy. I don't get to all the places I want to go very often, but I'm so glad that I took the time to stop in here
Me too.
yesterday.
You just made my day. I'm like, really? This is kind of cool. So,
well,
anything we can do to help each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about giving back. And so when you give back and help others, then you'll be blessed more than you'll ever imagine. So the relationships that you build in this small town, it's been phenomenal.
Well, I really feel that that's the meaning of life is connections.
Connections. Building the relationships.
Yes. And there's so many people that it just brings more, I would say, color to your life.
Yes.
Richness to your life, the more people that you come in contact with, because you hear stories or you get their experience, and
the stories you can hear, and I love to have that open heart and that open mind that they can be able to come and talk, because I've had, and people know that I'm a prayer warrior, so they come and say, will you pray for my brother? Will you pray for my, this is what's happening in my world, and did you them, but I get to know the person that we're praying for. So it's just been I'm just gonna say, it's just been great. I feel like this is my calling, like a little mission field. I have my own little mission field here, and I really enjoy that a lot.
Well, having also a place for someone who lives alone, maybe, doesn't have an outreach, just to get out and see somebody and
just to talk
and see a smile.
Yes, you don't get that very often. Yeah. Like you walk into a store, like you said, you could. There's so many times you walk into the store and you're like, you don't get that. Hello, how are you? Yes. Or or just a hug. Some people just need a hug.
There is a tone that makes people feel welcome, and you can tell in someone's voice if they're happy to see you.
That's right.
And that's the feeling I got from you yesterday.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
So
that.
I would encourage anybody to come and visit downtown Strafford, visit the Quaint Market.
Yes.
Come introduce yourself to JJ and meet her, and just add another color to your rainbow.
I would love that.
Yes.
I appreciate that very much.
Well, you're so welcome. And now I'm excited to get to video your store and show the viewers all the cool gifts and the decor that you have. It's really beautiful. And it also inspired me. I was like, you know what? I think I can make that. I think I can do that.
And inspiration is a good thing. And that's where the craft classes kind of started with that. Because people said, I want to make that. How can we make that? So I talked to the girls and I said, do you mind to do a little? And so it's been a great experience. I love it.
Get with my mom and my sister, some friends.
Anytime you want to do that, and we can always put one together too. Like if you do have a time where you're like, oh, let's girl time because the guys are hunting or fishing or whatever. So,
oh, I love it. Yeah. JJ, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited about this, and I'm anxious to see your page.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Hello, Matt.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell me what you're doing here today.
I am doing cartoon portrait sketches or illustrations.
Oh, and how did you get started doing that?
I've been an artist ever since I was a little kid. I'm a professional graphic designer, and doing some of this just on the side kind of for fun is what I do and enjoy.
Oh, awesome. And so anyone can come in here today and just sit down with you? Or you said that you could take a picture of them?
I can take a picture. I have my iPad. I can take a picture and then use my iPad as the point while they're around looking and shopping.
Oh, awesome. And this is your self-portrait.
Yeah, from yesterday.
Awesome. So
of course, we had Santa Claus yesterday come in.
Oh, yeah, Santa. I'm sorry I missed him. I had a few things on my list I need to tell him about. All right, I'm going to take a picture here of your card. Awesome. Thank you, Matt, for letting me add you to my little video here of the Quaint Market.
Right, and you have a wonderful Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas.